For quite some time, we've been seeing some seriously bizarre stuff online. Things that feel way too strange to be real. Unseen forces roaming around, shadows that seem alive, and people who might not be people at all. Tonight we're diving into some of the creepiest TikTok videos out there. Videos you definitely don't want to watch alone. She only wanted to check on her child, but what happened next is beyond shocking. On December 4th, 2024 in Ohio, a home surveillance camera captured a terrifying moment. A woman entered a room to get her child when suddenly an invisible force dragged her out. She struggled and returned, but this time, the force pulled her harder, dragging her down the stairs and into another room. The door slammed shut. Moments later, she walked out again, but something was clearly wrong. Her behavior had changed. Many believed she was now possessed, but what happened remains a mystery to this day. Shadow art. A couple was trying to make shadow art at home using a bulb hanging above their heads. They placed their hands together on a canvas, hoping to form a creative shape with their shadows. But what happened next left them confused. Only the man's shadow disappeared when they moved their hands away, while the woman's shadow stayed a little longer. It was almost like the shadows were moving on their own. Some called it a camera glitch, but others believed a spirit was there, influencing the shadows. Headless Spirit. A group of friends went on a winter trip to the mountains. While they were enjoying the cold breeze and recording the beautiful view from the top, they had no idea something strange was standing right next to them. It was only later when they watched the video that they noticed it. A headless man standing silently between them. None of them had seen him in real life. Maybe they had stepped into a place where the spirit wanders. Since then, mountains are no longer just about views for them. Wife or monster? A man was secretly recording his wife while she had a beauty mask on just for fun, but what started as a simple video turned into something terrifying. Her tongue suddenly came out and it wasn't normal at all. It was way longer than it should be and looked more like a reptile's tongue. The man froze, shocked by what he just saw. That day, a big truth was revealed. The person living with him might not have been human at all. Possessed on camera. This girl had no idea she was recording her final vlog. She was casually filming her walk home, chatting like always, but midway, her voice suddenly changed. It got deeper, her words sounded weird, and her face twisted in a way that didn't look human at all. It didn't look like exhaustion. It felt like something had taken over. Many viewers believed she was possessed by a vengeful spirit. Not long after she uploaded the video, she disappeared without a trace. Since then, no one has seen her again. Poltergeist in action. No one expected this living room to become the center of something so unusual. A woman was resting on the sofa with her baby. Everything seemed calm until the standing fan beside them began moving unnaturally on its own, as if something was about to knock it over. Alarmed, the woman quickly picked up her baby and stood up. It didn't fall, but the movement kept going in a strange, steady pattern. Many think it was the work of a poltergeist, an invisible force making its presence known in the most disturbing way. Possessed dolls. A toy shop owner shared his terrifying experiences involving the dolls in his home and store. It wasn't just their scary appearance. Something else was going on. He claimed the doll's eyes followed him wherever he went. In one shocking moment, he even recorded a toy walking on its own. Another time, a doll among many suddenly moved its arm. These weren't just random events. It felt like something dark was using the dolls to show its presence, and maybe it had chosen the shop owner for a reason no one understands yet. Spider scare. A family thought it was a pair of giant spiders crawling across their carpet, and they almost ran for their lives. But as they looked closer, they realized it wasn't spiders at all. It was actually two large lizards, possibly frilled neck or monitor lizards, with long swinging tails that made them look just like massive creepy spiders from a distance. The way they moved across the floor was enough to scare anyone. For a moment, the whole room felt like a horror scene, all because of these unexpected guests. Mirror Demon. A terrifying video started making rounds online. A child was happily playing with his reflection until something strange happened. His reflection suddenly froze, even though he was still moving. For a few seconds, the eyes in the mirror turned darker. In a few seconds, everything went back to normal. In another clip, a woman was calmly combing her hair in front of a mirror, but when she bent down, her reflection didn't follow. Instead, it stayed still and gave a creepy smile before sinking back again. Many say it looked like a demon watching from behind the glass. This video has scared people so much that now, every time they look into a mirror, they'll wonder what might be looking back. Demonic possession.
You are not stronger than Christ.
During a secret exorcism in a small village, a priest was seen putting up a desperate fight against what many believed was a demonic possession. A young girl had been showing violent and unnatural behavior, and the ritual was her last hope. The people around held her tightly as she thrashed and screamed, while the priest continued reciting prayers with full force. The atmosphere turned tense as hours passed. The girl's strength seemed beyond human, and her voice shifted into something no one could explain. Despite all efforts, she remained possessed. Or maybe what really happened next was never shared.
You are not stronger than Christ.
Possessed neighbor. A woman shared a creepy experience that left her shaken. She was sitting in her living room, quietly doing her homework, when a strange feeling crept over her, like someone was watching. She turned to the window and saw a neighbor standing there, staring straight at her. But something about the neighbor's face felt off, almost like she was possessed or not fully present. The unsettling gaze went on for so long that the woman eventually left her apartment out of fear. When she returned later to check, the neighbor was gone, and every curtain in the building was shut tight. No one ever saw that woman again. Supernatural signs? A strange video was posted online by an unknown user showing a girl calmly bending her entire hand in the opposite direction and acting like it was completely normal. She didn't seem hurt or uncomfortable, which made it even scarier. But that wasn't the only clip. In another video from a friend's get-together, a young woman shocked everyone when she grabbed a roll of toilet paper, but her fingers twisted the wrong way. These movements didn't look human at all. Some believe these people might secretly have supernatural powers, or maybe they're not as normal as they seem. Concert glitch moment. At her Wembley concert, Taylor Swift gave fans more than just music. In the middle of her performance, she froze completely. No movement, no expression, just a lifeless pause that lasted for several seconds. The lights kept moving, the band played on, but Taylor stood still like a mannequin. The audience quickly noticed. Cheers turned into murmurs and confusion. Then, without warning, she continued singing as if nothing had happened. Many called it a technical glitch, but to others, the moment felt unnatural, like something had taken over her body just for a moment. Terrifying leaked video.
What?
A disturbing video recently leaked online showing something no one was ready for. An unusually thin baby was seen acting angry at a woman who looked completely tired and broken. At one point, the baby even threw a bucket at her as she quietly wept. The video continued, showing the child walking around the house, complaining that no one played with him. Here is the creepiest part. He suddenly jumped toward the person recording. The clip ended right there. Many viewers believe it was no ordinary child. Some say it was a demon, others are sure it was an alien. But surely that baby didn't belong in our world. Statue pets mystery. In England, a couple took their dogs out for a regular morning walk, but what happened next was anything but normal. While exploring the area, the dog suddenly froze completely still for almost 4 minutes. The video clearly shows the grass moving and wind blowing, proving it wasn't paused. But the dogs stood like statues. After a while, they suddenly snapped out of it and ran off as if nothing happened. Later, another clip surfaced online, showing a dog surrounded by several cats, and this time the cats and dog were frozen while the dog casually wagged its tail. Some viewers believed it was a glitch in the Matrix, while others were sure an invisible force was controlling them. Whatever it was, it didn't look like a normal pause in time. Possible body swap? Just when you think you've seen it all, a video like this appears online. Two men walk past each other on the street, but as they do, a transparent smoky figure leaves one man and floats into the other. The first man pauses, grabs his head, clearly shaken. The second jolts as if something just hit him. Their reactions were caught perfectly, leaving many to wonder if a soul had really switched bodies. The timing, the movement, and the strange energy in the air, everything about it felt disturbingly real. Otherworldly driver. A man was driving with his family when sped up to get beside a car. What he saw left him stunned. Behind the wheel was not a human, but an alien-looking figure calmly driving on the road like it was nothing unusual. Shocked and terrified, the family didn't dare follow. Some say the alien might have hijacked the vehicle, while others believe it was part of something bigger. Either way, it's an alarming sign for authorities. Shapeshifting news reporter.
I also know you want to hear what she has to say. The doc says if these people don't get help or strength.
During a casual TV segment years ago, a news reporter named Lisa Breckenridge became part of a controversy. While live on air, viewers believed her eyes briefly turned as if she were a reptilian. The clip spread fast, with theories of reptilian beings hiding among us. Things got creepier when Lisa was later seen in an outdoor interview as her facial features seemed to shift again, but she wasn't alone. Viewers claimed even her co-host showed the same odd changes. Though many dismissed it as a video glitch or bad broadcast feed, others believed it could have been an allergic reaction. No official explanation ever cleared the mystery, and that brief moment remains one of TV's strangest mysteries.
Never too early, right?
Too soon to start that in therapy because I think.
Haunted construction site. On a construction site, workers were left confused by what they witnessed. One of the bore pipes, which was supposed to be stationary, suddenly began digging into the ground on its own, moving vigorously with no one around. There was no explanation for it. Some speculated that an invisible force was lending a hand to the workers, while others feared they had disturbed something darker, perhaps a demon living beneath the site. The event left the crew shaken, and the mystery of the pipe's strange movement remained unsolved. Secret disc transport.
What do you think that is, huh? UFO, right?
A quiet desert road turned into the center of suspicion when a strange convoy was spotted near Area 51. A witness claimed to have seen military trucks carefully transporting a large disc-shaped object under tight security. The entire operation looked rushed but organized, as if they didn't want anyone to see too much. Area 51 has long been linked to UFO secrets, and this sighting just added to the mystery. Whether it was a downed alien ship or something even stranger, the secrecy and speed of the transport made people question what's truly happening behind those restricted fences.
What do you think that is, huh?
Wandering spirit. Two siblings went out for an early morning walk, enjoying the quiet streets and cool air. But in the middle of their walk, they saw something strange. A girl in a white frock slowly walking ahead of them. At first, they thought she might be lost, so they called out to her. She didn't reply. They got a little closer, calling again. That's when they realized they had made a big mistake. The girl suddenly turned around. Her face was terrifying. The siblings ran without looking back. It wasn't a normal girl. It was a spirit silently wandering those streets. Figure in the clouds. On June 1st, 2020, people in Nabire, Papua, witnessed something unbelievable in the sky. A giant cloud stood high on the horizon, but it didn't look like a regular cloud. It looked just like a tall figure, almost human. Some said it felt like a god watching over the land. The image was so clear that people couldn't stop staring. Experts later explained it as pareidolia, when our eyes see shapes that aren't really there. Still, that sky figure left behind a sight no one who saw it would forget so easily. Latula Vieja returns. A park ranger on night duty kept hearing strange screams echoing through the trees. At first, he thought it was just an animal, but one night he saw something fly across the park, something way too big to be a bird. Soon after, he spotted a bizarre figure near the entrance. It looked like a mix between a bird and a witch. Its twisted shape and the way it moved didn't feel normal. The ranger quickly took out his camera and recorded it. Locals believe it wasn't just a creature, but Latula Vieja, a terrifying legend come back to life. Alien Left Behind. After several people reported a UFO in the sky over Miami, authorities rushed to the scene and sealed off the area. During their search, they found something strange, a bag-like object lying on the ground. What made it even more unsettling was the way it moved, as if something inside was trying to get out. Some believed an alien had been left behind, possibly dropped during the UFO's sudden exit, but officials never explained what it was. They took the object away quietly, and since then, nothing has been said. Marching ghosts? It's often said not to go out late at night, and this clip might reveal why. CCTV footage showed a series of shadowy figures walking along a deserted road. They moved a few steps forward, then disappeared. No one could explain where they came from or where they went. Some claimed they were spirits caught between worlds, while others believed they were demons guarding that stretch of road. That night, something strange walked through the darkness, and it hasn't been forgotten since. Flying humanoid. In India, near the famous Qutub Miner, something strange was caught on camera while tourists were busy taking pictures. As the cameraman zoomed in on the sky, he noticed a flying figure hovering nearby. It wasn't a bird or a drone, it had a clear human-like shape. The figure floated silently, looking around as if it was guarding the area. Tourists were stunned, and the video quickly spread online. Some believed it was an angel watching over the historic site, while others were sure it was a demon keeping an eye on the living. Golden Stairway. While boating along Russia's Kama River in the Perm region, a group of passengers witnessed something beyond words. A giant golden spiral rose from the water, shining brightly as it connected the river to the sky. Cameras were quickly pulled out, capturing the strange moment. What made it even more mysterious was how perfectly it formed, like a glowing stairway reaching into the clouds. It didn't move like smoke or mist. It looked steady, almost like it had a purpose. Some believed it was a message or a gateway from above, showing itself only to those who happened to be there. Forest Ghost. A videographer flew his drone through a silent forest. There was no one around, or so he thought. Suddenly, the drone picked up the movement. Someone was walking through the trees. It looked like a man, but something was off. His walk was strange, and his face was oddly gray. The videographer followed him as he moved toward an old cottage and stepped inside. Still recording, the drone hovered close. That's when the figure peeked out of the window, but this time, it didn't look like a man at all. What stared back was something ghostly, and it knew it was being watched. Frozen Plain. Could this be a Matrix glitch? That's what many thought after a local recorded a strange video. A plane was seen completely frozen in midair. Cars moved, birds flew by, but the plane didn't move an inch, as if something invisible was holding it in place. Experts later claimed it was just an optical illusion caused by the angle and movement of the camera, but for those who watched it, this didn't look like just a trick. It looked like reality itself. Paused for a second and left us all wondering what we're really living in. Running on water. Something truly unbelievable happened during a party at a farmhouse. The dogs were running around playfully, chasing each other, but suddenly, one of them raced straight across the swimming pool without sinking, diving, or slowing down. It was like the dog was running on solid ground. Everyone stopped in shock. There was no visible platform, and nothing explained how it happened. Some said it might have been a lighting trick or an illusion, but others believed it was something supernatural. Locals say that the farmhouse has always been strange, like it's hiding a secret that no one's supposed to uncover. Giant paw.
What the?
This strange footage was shared by a hiker. During his hike near a river, he came across something that left him horrified. A giant paw print unlike any he'd seen before. It was huge, far bigger than a black bear's. Confused, he contacted the local game warden to take a look, but even they had no idea what animal it could belong to. Some viewers guessed it might be a bear, a badger, or even a beaver, but the shape and size didn't match any of them. So what kind of creature left that behind? And more importantly, where did it go?
What the?
Stage glitch. Some videos are so strange, it feels like humans themselves have glitched. During a live reality show, a host suddenly began acting in a way no one could explain. Her face started twitching out of nowhere, her smile froze, and her eyes looked terrified, like she had just seen something terrifying off camera. She looked panicked, confused, and almost possessed, but then quickly tried to act normal again. The moment passed, but viewers couldn't unsee it. Either it was a glitch in reality or a ghostly presence nearby. Something definitely wasn't right on that stage. Hunter's chilling encounter. A hunter was deep in the forest when he spotted something moving between the trees. At first, he thought it was a small animal, but as it stepped into the light, he realized it wasn't like anything he'd ever seen. The creature was short, with thin arms and an odd-shaped head. It moved quickly, like it was searching for a hiding place or maybe stalking something. Some who saw the video said it resembled an old goblin from folklore, while others claimed it looked more like a small alien. Winged figure. In 2019, a strange video began circulating online. Captured from two different cameras, it shows a winged figure climbing up the side of a church in Italy almost like a person. But its wings, long limbs, and strange movement made it clear this wasn't human. Many who saw the footage were convinced it looked like a demon claiming the holy place. As the video spread, people started fearing that this might be more than just a haunting. Some even called it a warning of the end times. Heavenly visitors. Two mysterious videos from different places claim to show something unbelievable. Angels caught on camera. In Indonesia, mall CCTV footage shows a glowing figure landing for just a moment before vanishing into thin air. Kids rushed toward the spot right after, as if drawn to something. Many who watched it said it was the clearest proof of an angel ever recorded. And then, in a mosque in Azerbaijan, another video captured a bright, glowing shape that appeared out of nowhere. It stayed for a few seconds before disappearing completely. Repeated angel sightings have made everyone believe in angels' existence on Earth. Sea monster's grip. By the rocky shore, someone recorded a man who seemed to be stuck in a massive bed of seaweed. He was right near the edge of the ocean, where long, dark kelp strands moved with the waves. At first, it looked like he was trying to collect something, but his slow and strange movements made it feel like he was being held down. The seaweed wrapped around him tightly, almost as if it was alive. The dark patch around him looked creepy, and the person filming didn't dare to get closer. The video ended with the man still trapped there, leaving everyone wondering what exactly was going going on under that thick layer of seaweed? Paranormal video proof. After something terrible happened to a girl in a house that was later left abandoned for years, paranormal investigators decided to check it out. They set up cameras, and what they recorded was truly terrifying. A girl with her face hidden behind messy hair was sitting on the ground as if doing some sort of ritual, and right next to her, a spirit could be seen laughing in a scary way. Some believe that the dark energy of that place may have taken over the girl's soul after she passed away. Ocean lighting up blue.
Boston Bay turning a stunning electric blue.
At night, Boston Bay in Australia turned into something that looked like it came from another world. Locals were seen running toward the sea because the water was glowing in bright electric blue. Some thought it was magic, others called it a rare gift of nature. Later, experts suggested the glowing sea is caused by tiny plankton that light up when disturbed. As people splashed and stepped into the waves near Port Lincoln Yacht Club, the ocean responded with an eerie glow. But what made it feel stranger was how perfectly timed it all was. The glow didn't just light up the water, it pulled the whole town like a spell. Giant spider. People in Rogoznica, Croatia, were left terrified when a giant spider appeared from behind a hill near Rasica Bay. Someone nearby captured it on video and the footage. The spider was huge, nothing like anyone had seen before. Luckily, not many people lived near that hill, but those who did were quickly moved away for safety. The police confirmed that no one was hurt and no property was damaged, but they couldn't explain where the spider came from or how it got so big without being seen earlier. Later, the spider disappeared into a hole behind the hill, but the fear it left behind hasn't faded. Rare squid sighting. A rare squid was spotted near an oil site in the Gulf of Mexico, and the footage left many people stunned. Captured by a Shell-owned underwater robot, the squid had long, thin arms that bent like elbows and drifted slowly over the seafloor. Known as a magna pinna, or big fin squid, it looked completely different from any ordinary sea creature. Scientists believe it feeds by dragging its arms along the ocean floor, picking up bits of food. The video was later shared with marine experts, who confirmed it was one of the strangest squids ever seen. The ocean still hides some of the weirdest animals we've ever seen, and this squid is a perfect example. Abandoned field horror. A driver was passing through some abandoned fields when he saw something terrifying. A man was lying on the ground, struggling, while a dark, deformed figure leaned over him. It looked like the entity was performing some sort of dark ritual. Some who saw the footage later claimed it was a real possession taking place right there in the open. The driver, frozen in fear, didn't dare step out to help. He turned his car around and left the area immediately. And if such a disturbing sight was witnessed once, there might be even more hidden in those abandoned fields. Flying witch. While having rest at home, a man heard a strange, creepy noise outside. Curious and a bit worried, he peeked through the window, and what he saw was terrifying. A witch-like figure was hovering over a van, floating in the air with an eerie stillness. As he stared, the figure suddenly flew toward him. Panicked, he dropped the curtains and backed away. But when he dared to look again, the witch was even closer. The video ends at that exact moment, leaving everyone wondering what happened next to the man. Wild person. In the United States, a group of friends were driving through a forest when they spotted a strange person on the roadside. At first, they thought he might be in need or just looking for a lift home. But as they tried to talk to him, the man stayed silent and suddenly began approaching their car wildly. That's when they realized something was seriously wrong. His behavior didn't seem human at all. Some believed he was possessed, while others claimed he might have been something otherworldly. Open discussion. After a UFO was sighted in Miami, things got even weirder. A strange being was noticed starting to showing up on the roads, caught clearly on locals' phones and CCTV cameras. It looked nothing of this planet and wasn't just passing by, but left terror everywhere it went, even chasing after anyone who crossed its path. One clip revealed something even scarier, that this alien being wasn't the only, rather they were many more. There were more of them moving together. Thank you very much for watching the video. Share in the comments and do like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again,